We've got a pretty good storm on its way. There's a hurricane kind of moving in towards Florida.
Today is a little different than just about any day I've ever fished down here. Water level is almost as high as it was when we came down and had to leave because of a tropical storm. It's literally in the parking lot.
Kind of have a window this morning. We figured we'd give it our best go. You can see right now I am drifting by. It doesn't look that windy, but I'm getting pushed by the wind pretty good already. So
we're hoping that the wind's gonna switch around and start blowing from the north and push some of this water out, maybe not be quite as strong as it is right now. But you don't catch fish if you don't go fishing, so we're going fishing. I say we come out and go left in that main channel. We can cut left, and then there's some more pockets and creeks and whatnot. Kind of work our way back a little bit.
Here we go. Yeah, I couldn't do that in a normal kayak. Came out just before the storm and kind of questioning whether we should go out, and I'm glad we did. Pretty fish. Let's get them back in the water. Boom!
Around the corner here, we're just kind of working these edges where we've got a little bit of lee in the wind from the grass, and got them on the top water. I love watching them blow up on the top water. They got some seriously sharp teeth, so you got to be careful when you lip them, and I don't really do this with the bigger fish, but let's get him back in the water. All right. Jim's got one, I got one. Let's see if we can find some more.
The cool thing about fishing with Jameson, he's a pretty analytical fisherman. I mean, he really thinks about what's going to be working, where to go. He has fished here quite a bit. He's got out his Google Maps satellite image and figuring out where we should go.
Look on the map a little bit more and see if I can't find another spot that looks like this.
Maybe every couple of years I'll get to go fish for redfish. So having a guy who is so passionate about the redfish and this area made a huge difference in our ability to make the best out of what were really pretty brutal conditions.
In these overcast conditions, I love throwing topwater, and you can get by with it all day long. The only issue we have really is that finding a place where it's not too choppy to do it. So we're kind of working these leeward banks. Jim just had a blow up and he is on.
Because we're dealing with a lot of wind, what I've been doing is just like jamming my bow into some weeds and then putting down the power pole, and that'll keep the boat from pivoting so I can fish the direction I want. And there was a nice little pocket up here, made a cast on a topwater, and boom. So just a few seconds after Jameson got a fish, I got one. So I'm glad we decided to come out this morning, because we were questioning whether we were going to be able to with this weather. It's not a big red by any means, but beautiful 3-spotted fish. Super fun way to fish, and I mean in conditions that, you can't really tell, but the wind has really been blowing. So having this combination of the motor, the E-drive on the Blue Sky, and the power pole to lock you in makes it really much more fishable. Good hit. He really wanted it. So, little fish, but super fun. Really fun to fish in this boat. I'm really enjoying this thing. Oh. Well, we just had a double hookup, caught quite a few fish already, and we got a few more hours to fish. Stick around, see how we do. Boom! Boom!
I got a hole in my net.